This video is on the 7 steps to winter sowing using pop bottles, juice bottles, and vinegar bottles. We don't use milk jugs in Ontario, Canada, but these bottles here will certainly bring you tons of plants. They are effective mini greenhouses. Winter sowing was invented by Trudy Davidoff, and it's about starting seeds outdoors after winter solstice and letting these seeds receive the cold and wet of winter. They need this winter cold to germinate. What's also good about this technique is that the plastic lids of the bottles will prevent weed seeds from blowing onto your soil, and the lids will also prevent animals from messing up your work. So before we go over the steps to winter sowing, let's go over the supplies. You'll need a plastic bottle, you'll need a box cutter and scissors, you'll need a ruler or measuring tape, you'll need soil and some water to moisten it, you'll need a spoon and a scoop, you'll need seeds, of course, you'll need labels for inside the bottle, and then for the outside of the bottle, you'll need a garden marker, or you could also use paper and tape to make a label. And to keep the top halves and the bottom halves together of your bottles, you'll need painter's tape or packing tape. Now that we have the supplies, let's go to the 7 steps. Step 1, add drainage holes. These holes are important because we don't want your seeds to get waterlogged or for algae to grow. I use a box cutter to start and then a pair of scissors to finish. I've made 5 holes in the pop bottle, 4 holes in the juice bottle, and I put 6 holes in the vinegar bottle. Just be careful not to cut yourself. Step 2, cut the bottles in half. Cut your bottles 4.5 inches from the bottom, leaving a hinge. This will allow you to access the bottom half of your mini greenhouse. Step 3, add soil. You want to moisten your potting soil evenly, so go ahead and add some water to it. Then put 4 inches of this moistened soil into the bottles. 4 inches is a good amount that will allow the roots to grow. Press down on the soil to ensure there are no pockets of air. Step 4, add seeds. I personally sow native plants in order to increase my chances of success and also to support my local wildlife like butterflies, bees, and birds. Small seeds can be pressed onto the soil. Medium or large seeds can get a sprinkle of soil on top. For example, I put about 10 to 12 seeds of lance-leaf coreopsis in the pop bottle. I put about 9 seeds of Canada anemone in the juice bottle. For both of these bottles, I added a sprinkle of soil on top. And then for the vinegar bottle, I just sprinkled a bunch of wild columbine on top, as if I were adding salt to a dish. I didn't add any soil on top of the wild columbine because these seeds are so small. I just made sure to press them down. Now, a lot of people add water at this point, but I usually don't since Toronto winters are pretty wet. Step 5, label your bottles. Add labels inside your bottles, as I have done with these strips of yogurt containers. You should also label the top of your bottle as well as the bottom of your bottle. Step 6, tape the bottles shut. I use either painter's tape or packing tape, and it's usually enough to keep the bottles closed all winter. Step 7, put the bottles outside. I put them in a spot where they will get light rain and snow, but I avoid putting them in an area that gets the afternoon sun. I also need to somehow contain them so they don't blow over in the wind. Now you've done the 7 steps to winter sowing in bottles, and you just need to make sure that the bottles don't dry out. This might mean that you never water them through the winter, or maybe it means you water them a couple of times, or maybe you might need to water them once a week. It really all depends on your specific weather. If your steps to winter sowing are a bit different, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to read your suggestions. Happy winter sowing!